I think we're all quite excited that it could be the so-called flood tunnel booby trap system. Of course, we're going to investigate.
There's definitely a void below these rocks.
It lines up exactly with the anomaly, so it is the anomaly.
As the first light of dawn glows over the misty shores of Oak Island, a new mystery begins to awaken. Treasure hunters Rick Lagina and Gary Drayton are on the brink of a discovery that could rewrite everything we thought we knew about this legendary island and its hidden past. Their quest has brought them to Smith's Cove, a windswept stretch of coastline whispered about for centuries. Beneath its shifting sands, countless relics have slept undisturbed, until now. Because today, something extraordinary is about to surface. Could this narrow space between land and sea finally reveal the truth behind Oak Island's most enduring legend? What they're about to uncover will send shockwaves through the world of treasure hunting. This isn't just another dig. It's a journey straight into the heart of history itself. For years, theorists have believed that the island's triangular swamp wasn't natural at all, but a man-made structure designed to hide something far greater, maybe a sunken ship, or even the long-lost fortune of the notorious Captain William Kidd. This might be one of the coolest things we've ever found, Gary says, his excitement barely contained. It's incredible. I'll keep sweeping the area. There's got to be more, Rick nods, scanning the sands. Yeah, this is unreal. Coins, artifacts. If we can shift these logs, maybe we'll reach something deeper. Think we need the backhoe? Gary chuckles. Not yet. He resets his detector, and within seconds, the device screams to life. His voice cuts through the quiet. Hold on. I've got something. Is it out? Wait. No way. It's a cross. It's an actual cross. Rick's eyes widen as he lifts the gleaming object from the sand. It's solid. Heavy, too. Gary kneels beside him, brushing away grains of wet earth. The metal glints faintly in the morning light, a weathered, medieval cross, edges rounded by centuries of wind and tide. This is ancient, Gary murmurs, almost in disbelief. We're talking 1200s, maybe 1600s. Who could have brought something like this here? And just like that, the mystery deepens once again. The moment the artifact emerges, its design and age instantly draw connections to the nearby French drains uncovered at Smith's Cove, deepening the question of how such a remarkable relic ever ended up here. The team's energy is electric. Gary's excitement fills the air, his voice echoing across the shoreline, while Rick, typically calm and composed, can't hide his amazement. This isn't just another find. It's a fragment of history, a whisper from the past waiting to tell its story. The cross, rough and time-worn, carries the fingerprints of forgotten craftsmen, its worn edges hinting at lost worlds and untold journeys. Could this piece finally change everything we thought we knew about Oak Island's fabled treasure? So this is the hot spot, huh? Rick says with a grin, still half in disbelief. Gary nods, eyes bright. Oh, absolutely. And trust me, we're only getting started, driven by curiosity and an unshakable sense that the island is on the verge of revealing its truth. The team keeps digging. Each artifact they uncover adds another layer to the centuries-old puzzle that refuses to stay buried. As the sun sets over Smith's Cove, the two men pause, not to rest, but to reflect. The tides may come and go, but their determination remains anchored. What lies hidden beneath the sands feels closer than ever. And then, just as the day fades into mist, the island offers another surprise. Tiny flecks shimmer in the shallow water, golden reflections dancing in the fading light. Rick and Marty Lagina freeze, hearts pounding, as the glint catches their eyes. Could this be it? After years of searching, could they finally be staring at proof that the Oak Island treasure is real? But the island isn't done, not by a long shot. Their next discovery, a weathered wooden ladder descending into a dark, flooded passage, raises more questions than answers. Who built this? How long has it been waiting beneath the earth? And what could possibly lie in the shadows below? The sight of gold reignites their hope, pushing the team deeper into the island's interior. Each new lead feels closer to the truth, and yet closer to the danger foretold by legend, the chilling prophecy that 7 must die before the treasure reveals itself. Still, they press on. Their resolve hardens. "Let's fire up the rig," Marty orders, determination etched across his face. "We're drilling the baby blob." The hunt intensifies, and with it, the pulse of Oak Island beats louder than ever. Beneath the island's rugged soil, theories swirl around a secret passage, perhaps the long-sought key to the mystery itself. At borehole DN 11.5, the drill roars to life, chewing through the layers of time as tension builds around the pit. Oak Island historian Charles Barkhouse oversees the operation, while Marty descends once more into the recently reopened garden shaft. What he discovers leaves him speechless. An ancient wooden ladder, astonishingly intact despite the centuries. It's not just a find. It's evidence, proof that someone was here long before, following the same clues, chasing the same legend. As the drill pushes deeper, the air at the site grows heavy with anticipation. Then, a sudden jolt. The machinery grinds to a stop. Instruments spike. They've hit something hollow. Geologist Terry Matheson leans in, pulse racing. Could this be the entrance to an ancient tunnel, or have they just uncovered something even stranger, something that's been waiting silently for centuries? At 90 feet, the drill stops again. This time, the operator calls it. They've hit open space. Barkhouse wastes no time notifying the Lagina brothers. Within minutes, Rick Lagina is on site, eyes bright with curiosity and hope. Could this finally be it? The fabled treasure chamber of Oak Island? The team gathers around as the operator explains. They broke through solid earth into a hollow zone. Speculation erupts. Could this align with earlier borehole data suggesting a network of tunnels beneath the island? Marty orders a core sample to be pulled. Every second feels stretched thin as the sample is brought up and carefully split open. Inside lie fragments of wood, some ancient, some newer, sparking heated debate. Is it old enough? Rick wonders aloud, hoping to find signs predating modern digs. Terry sends the samples off for analysis. Later, at the Oak Island Interpretive Center, the team reviews results with metal specialist Emma Colligan. Her announcement sends a jolt through the room. Traces of gold detected in the sample. Excitement erupts. The evidence is mounting. They're getting closer. Drilling resumes with renewed vigor around the garden shaft, where plans are made to sink a dozen more boreholes in search of tunnels, artifacts, or even vaults buried deep below. Meanwhile, on Lot 26, Rick and Peter Fornetti stumble upon something remarkable, the remains of an ancient stone wall that might connect to the island's puzzle. Their discovery recalls the pioneering work of Fred Nolan, whose surveys once revealed cryptic alignments across Oak Island, including the famed Nolan's Cross. Joining the expedition, Tom Nolan, Fred's son, brings his father's detailed maps and sketches. Among them is a mysterious layout dubbed the Quadrilateral, a geometric stone pattern that could hold clues to the treasure's true location. Each revelation only deepens the mystery. Beneath the weight of history, the Lagina brothers press on, haunted by the tale of the money pit, which tragically collapsed in 1861 and ignited centuries of speculation about hidden riches and ancient guardians. And behind it all, the shadow of the Oak Island curse lingers. Legend says 7 must die before the treasure reveals itself. 6 have already perished in the quest. Each new discovery pushes Rick and Marty closer to triumph or tragedy. Over the years, their relentless pursuit has unearthed relics steeped in history. Centuries-old tools, wooden structures, strange coins, and artifacts that whisper of distant lands. Some point toward one of the most powerful and secretive groups in history, the Knights Templar. These medieval warriors, sworn to protect sacred relics during the Crusades, may have hidden their greatest treasures here, perhaps even the Holy Grail or the Ark of the Covenant. A small lead cross discovered on the island, reminiscent of Templar iconography, only fuels the theory. Each find strengthens the possibility that Oak Island wasn't just a hiding place for wealth. It might be a vault of spiritual and historical significance. Determined to uncover the truth, the team deploys cutting-edge technology across both land and sea. The discovery of gold traces shimmering in the surrounding waters renews their resolve. Could this be the long-awaited proof, or another of the island's cruel illusions? The search now zeroes in on a promising zone they've nicknamed the Baby Blob. The stakes couldn't be higher. 6 lives have already been claimed. As they prepare to dig deeper than ever before, a question hangs heavy in the air. Will they be the ones to finally uncover the treasure, or the next to fall to the island's curse? Because on Oak Island, every clue brings you closer, not just to treasure, but to the truth buried beneath centuries of legend. Standing at the edge of what could be their greatest breakthrough yet, the Lagina brothers can't help but think of the many treasure hunters who came before, all of whom failed to crack Oak Island's riddle. The air is thick with both hope and unease. Could this finally be the moment they succeed where generations have fallen short? Each clue they uncover pulls them deeper into the island's shrouded history, layer by layer. The secrets of Oak Island remain stubbornly buried beneath centuries of myth and mystery. And one question still echoes through every dig. Did the Knights Templar really hide their treasure here? If they can reach 100 feet below the surface, the team believes they might just hit something extraordinary, perhaps gold, perhaps something even more valuable. The scientists are convinced that the metallic readings they've detected aren't natural anomalies. Their data suggests they may have pinpointed the very spot where treasure has slept for centuries. With science, instinct, and a healthy dose of faith guiding them, the crew readies the drill. This could be it, someone whispers. The site buzzes with anticipation as the machinery roars to life. Inch by inch, the drill bites through layers of rock and earth, each rotation building tension. This is their final chance before the season ends. One last hole, one last hope. If they don't find something now, it'll be another long, cold year before they can try again. Everyone knows it. The pressure is immense. Conversations turn to what-ifs. What if this really is the spot? What if they're about to unearth a treasure trove that rewrites history? But for Rick and Marty, this is about more than gold or jewels. It's about validation, proving that the years of grueling work, of skeptics and setbacks, have meant something. Marty explains their next move clearly. Once we get down about 50 or 60 feet, we're going to try drilling horizontally. If there's a tunnel here, we'll find it. Around the site, everyone has their own dreams. Some imagine fortune, others legacy, but practicality grounds them too. If they do strike treasure, protocols are ready. Who to call, how to document it, what steps to take. Every possibility has been mapped out. As the hours pass, the team double-checks the rigs, the charts, the readings. They've been disappointed before, so expectations are cautious, but hope refuses to die. The rhythmic churn of the drill is constant, echoing like a heartbeat through the dig site. This season's focus has shifted toward a new theory, a possible man-made tunnel connecting to the ocean. Could it explain the strange flooding that has plagued the garden shaft? Maybe it wasn't an accident at all, but a deliberate trap, engineered centuries ago to protect whatever lies buried. It sounds like something straight out of a pirate legend, brilliant, dangerous, and just believable enough to keep them going. But reality bites. After more than 600 boreholes, the results remain elusive. Each new season begins with the same optimism and ends with the same question. Are they really closing in on the truth, or just digging deeper into a dream? They keep circling back to the traces of metal in the water, convinced they must mean something. "We still have those metal readings," one says. "Yeah," another replies. "And it matters." It's not a fluke. Our scientists confirmed that. This is real. This means something they need to believe it does. Because otherwise, what's left but mud and empty holes? Still, doubt creeps in. Could these metallic traces simply be natural? Ordinary minerals mistaken for treasure because they want to believe so badly? By season's end, the ritual is familiar. They gather around the maps, reviewing data and theories, trying to piece together what it all means. The season ends without gold, but not without resolve. Tomorrow, they'll be back, charting new paths, debating fresh ideas, driven by the same stubborn optimism that's kept the Oak Island dream alive for over 2 centuries. The disappointment of another empty dig lingers, but strange signals and inexplicable readings keep their hope burning. Plans form to drill sideways once they reach 95 feet, but before they can, disaster strikes. The shaft floods completely. Another cruel twist in a long string of setbacks. It's almost comical now. Every time they get close, the island fights back with mud and water. The team had pinned their hopes on strange metal signals down in the baby blob zone, convinced something valuable was buried there. But after breaking through layer after layer, what did they find? Nothing. Just more water. Even so, giving up isn't an option. Their next target lies to the northeast, between the baby blob and the garden shaft. Maybe, just maybe, that's where the story changes. And they're not stopping there. 3 other locations near the money pit have also drawn their attention, each showing metallic traces and old wooden fragments. One in particular, ominously dubbed Aladdin's Cave, stands out. A massive water-filled void believed to contain particles of precious metal and fragments of ancient timber. Could this be the final piece of the puzzle, or yet another mirage in Oak Island's long, mysterious history? Either way, one thing is certain. The hunt is far from over. The legend of Oak Island still holds its secrets close, and the Lagina brothers are determined to be the ones who finally pry them loose. Watching them get all worked up over a few old wooden planks drifting in the water feels almost surreal. You'd think they just uncovered a priceless relic, but really it shows how eager, maybe even desperate, they are to find anything that hints at real treasure. This latest dig seemed less about uncovering evidence and more about keeping the hype alive. Every time they drill or excavate, they end up with more mysteries than answers, and a little less credibility to go around. The real treasure of Oak Island might just be its endless ability to draw people back in year after year, with the promise of discovery that never quite arrives. The hunters themselves are a determined bunch. No setback can shake their belief that the next shovel full of dirt could reveal something extraordinary. Even when all they really hit is mud, rock, and seawater, they keep pressing on, chasing a dream that refuses to die. And of course, the legends surrounding Oak Island only add fuel to that obsession. Tales of pirates, lost gold, secret vaults, and ancient civilizations have turned this small patch of land into a worldwide mystery. Those stories are the real treasure, the ones that draw cameras, tourists, and new dreamers to the island every year. Take borehole RF1, for example. Back in 2019, it caused quite a stir when the crew unearthed large wooden beams carved with what looked like old Roman numerals, buried more than 100 feet underground. They even discovered an old pickaxe that some claimed might have Scandinavian origins, the kind of thing you'd expect to find in a museum, not beneath a remote island in Nova Scotia. Sounds amazing, right? But if you step back, it feels like yet another dramatic twist in a story already overflowing with speculation and suspense. Then there's borehole H8 from a few years earlier. That's where the team thought they might have found fragments of the legendary Chappelle Vault. Down at nearly 180 feet, they uncovered scraps of parchment and what looked like a piece of leather from an old book. Every new find reignites the hope that they're closing in on something monumental. The modern Oak Island journey really began with two brothers from Michigan, dreamers who grew up captivated by stories of buried treasure. Decades later, those same childhood fantasies have evolved into a full-scale operation, complete with heavy machinery, a massive crew, and rolling TV cameras capturing every moment. Each discovery, no matter how small, breathes new life into the legend. A few splinters of wood or bits of metal are enough to make the world wonder if this might finally be the season they crack the mystery. But somehow, the finale always ends the same way, with more questions than answers. At this point, Oak Island is as much about storytelling as it is about treasure hunting. Each episode ends on a hopeful note. Next year we'll find it, keeping fans and fortune seekers glued to the adventure. But maybe the island's real value doesn't lie in what's buried beneath it. Maybe it's in the stories it inspires, stories of exploration, teamwork, obsession, and hope. Those are the true riches that keep the Oak Island legend alive. Today, it's less a dig site and more a stage, where technology meets folklore and modern treasure hunters chase shadows from the past. And then, there's the human side, the friendships, the rivalries, the shared determination. These people aren't just digging for gold, they're digging for meaning, for closure, for the end of a centuries-old riddle that keeps slipping through their fingers. Each artifact, each scrap of wood or metal, keeps that spark alive, a reminder of the two boys from Michigan who believed they could find the impossible. And yet, every season wraps up the same way, with the island keeping its secrets. Maybe that's the real magic of Oak Island, not a chest of gold, but the enduring hope that treasure might exist. It's the dream that refuses to fade, the chase that never truly ends. Because on Oak Island, the treasure isn't the prize, it's the hunt itself. And the story? It's still being written. So, what do you think? Is there really something hidden beneath Oak Island? Or are we all just chasing legends? Drop your theories in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible mysteries and treasure tales.